What's good, everybody? It's R.I.P. And today I'm checking out 3 DAWs, Logic Pro X, Pro Tools 11, Studio One 2.6, because I get questions of which one is the best. Let's see. All right, so I'm looking at these 3 DAWs, digital audio workstations, entirely on mixing audio and recording audio, not the beat making part. I do a lot of audio editing for my music, and people have been asking me for a while, so we starting with Logic Pro X. As far as the importing, everything to me is all about workflow. Which one is going to give me the best workflow? Which one is going to be easier for me to use? I don't want to have a hard time. Excuse me. All right, so we importing. You see right here in Logic, go to all files. You actually can drag too, and it's going to do the same thing. So I'm pretty new to Logic, and my initial thoughts and impressions, like, it looks the best pretty much out of the 3. You'll see. I mean, you can decide if looks is, you know, what helps you decide, but it looks good. I like the dark color, like everything. Like when I use Adobe for video editing, I like it dark. You know, my Pro Tools, I make it as dark as possible. So yeah, but you see it is importing, and even if you dragged it on there, it was going to do the same thing. All the music was going to be 32-bit, 48, and if not, 24 and 48. So took a second. Now this one right here is Studio One 2, which is made by Presonus, and this is the newest one, or the newest DAW out of the 3, because it's only on 2. Pro Tools on 11, Logic Pro is on 10. Now, this one is probably the ugliest DAW right now, but it works, and it works great. Drag and drop features on here are second to none to both, like to the other ones. Like, it's not even close. And it works. You can do the same thing in all of them. Listen to the music or listen to the beats before you put it in, and delete things from right here. But the best thing about this is the drag and drop. And you can do this with everything. It's crazy. All right, so I'm deleting this off my desk. And I'm gonna drag it in and watch how fast this goes. Voila, it's there, already done. So now Logic Pro probably wasn't as fast, because I think it only goes up to 24-bit. I can't remember for sure, but this one right here is Pro Tools 11. I'm pretty much used to using Pro Tools, so my workflow in this is pretty quick. I get around real fast on it, but for the sake of this video, I try not to use the quick keys and just do it, you know, the regular way. So the interface on Pro Tools look different from both, you know, actual window had to pop up for the, you know, for the importing, but it's gonna be fast. Check it out. And you can also drag and drop in Pro Tools. IDs didn't match because I changed them, but it's still there. Bam, done. And it plays. So what's the next step? Color coding. Now, after you import the music, you want to clean them, color code them, like the drums. Like most time I had the drums blue, the vocals red for hot tracks, hot bars. hook or the chorus, because the hook's supposed to be money. So which one is easier for my workflow? What all do I have to do to color code, make this look right? All right, so everything is blue right now in Logic. Assign track colors. So that's just on the track. Now you have to click on there. Now, if somebody know an easier way for both to happen at the same time, let me know. Like I said, I'm pretty new to Logic, and just as I'm showing you this, I was learning, you know, how to, do all this other stuff in it, other than just recording right to it. Assign track color. There we go. And almost done. Gotta do the hook, even though it's nothing on there. Just for the sake of the video. Now, if you use Logic a lot, this will be easy to you. You know, like, this probably wouldn't distract you as far as with your workflow, getting things done faster. It's a distraction for me, so I won't be able to use it right now. I would have to definitely practice in it just on my free time. But here's Presonus. Let's see how long this takes. Voila, see, I like that. That's what I like. That's exactly what I like right there. Change everything, just change the whole color. The clip, even though it's not changing the full track listing part, the color of it, it's changing. You get the beginning part, and then you get the clips. And that's what's important. I know where I'm at. I know what is what when I'm going to it, editing or whatever. Voila. You're done. Alright, so let's go to Pro Tools. Now, like I told you guys, I use Pro Tools all the time, so this part is easy, but I like how they give you different options. After I pick the color, I can change the saturation, the brightness, and the overall track look. Alright, there we go. Wow, see, I like it like that. I like that. Right there, that's it. Everything gets changed. So now, if I'm in a mixer view, I have no problems going right to the hot vocals, which is red, or the background vocals, which is like a darker red, burgundy color, I don't know, something like that, or the hook, which is money green, and that's really not money green. Alright, so the next step is just cleaning up the tracks, erasing areas that you don't need. And which one is best for this? All of them does the job. They do the job well. And right now, I'm grabbing the tracks. Bam. I could have deleted. I could have pressed delete right there. I don't know why I didn't do it. Maybe I was being biased a little bit. Nah, I don't know why I didn't do it. But you can press delete right after you do that, which makes a lot of sense. But you got the marquee tool and just press delete. I don't know why I didn't do it. Eraser. Bam. All of it's gone. Now what I wanted to see, okay, I know what I was doing. On this part, I wanted to see if I could just take the eraser down all the way and just it'll delete it. But I have to click it when you do it like that. So I'm showing you different ways of this working. Bam, because that's easy. You can do that real easy. Just grab it and delete. You can do that on all of them and it'll work the same. So what if you don't do that? I mean, what if you got different parts? You want to just hold down the right click button on your mouse or on your trackpad and have now that eraser just goes straight down. All right, so this Presonus. Let's see what Presonus does. And Presonus has a lot of the options or features that Logic Pro has. It really does. All right, so look, I'm doing the same thing. I'm clicking, I'm cutting, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the eraser and do the same thing. Look at this, straight down, bam. Don't take no time. Now Logic, it didn't do that. You had to keep clicking it, which I don't know why they did it like that, but hey, they had their reasons. I'm not gonna argue. Voila. Now Pro Tools doesn't have an eraser like that either, and you're gonna see. Now in Pro Tools, usually I'm quick keying everything. Alright, so you have a separation tool where you can just, you know, highlight the area and move it. Bam, delete. So all of these can do this. Delete, you can do that on every one of the DAWs. Now I'm quick keying. I'm gonna show you guys the quick keys for this. Delete. All right. Just showing you different options. Delete. And all three DAWs can do this. But you get the eraser with the other ones. Alright, so my next thing that I like to do is group, whether it's grouping them in folders or just grouping them so they can play together, where I can mute, solo everything together. Now here, folder track or summing track, you have to read that yourself to get a understanding of, but the folder track is just pretty much taking my two top vocals, my lead vocals, putting them together in a folder, taking my background vocals, putting them together in a folder where I can control the volume, solo, mute, and you can do that. You can open the folders up and look at them. So this is Logic Pro, and I like the way they have this set up on here. Name the folders. And I don't know everything that you can do with it, but I do know you can control the volume, and hopefully you'll be able to put effects on the folders, and it'll affect everything. I know you can do it in Presonus because I use Presonus more than a lot. I was really deciding between Pro Tools and Presonus years ago when it first came out. Alright, so as you see, bam, lead vocals, right click, pack folder, bam, and you can still see it. But with Presonus, it's different, man. It's really different because you can automate everything in the folder individually still, do the vocals. I mean, you can automate everything, and it's so easy because it's just touch and go, right? I mean, sub mix, it created a sub mix already for it, and of course, like, you can edit everything. Now in Pro Tools, you can't create folders, but what you can do is group them all together and control everything together. So group, now that's just regular grouping. That's not grouping the actual track, that's grouping the clip individually. And then next I'm group, Command G, pull it up, and I'm controlling mute, solo, send, mute, send, levels, edit, and mix. And you can change the ID, and you can just press like Control F if you got everything. So those background vocals, so I chose B. So Command B, or I mean Control B, and cut it off, cut it on if you want to control things individually. So yeah, that's Pro Tools for you. Mute them all, solo them all. But it doesn't have a sub mix automatically. Presonus is the only one that creates that. So now markers. Use markers so you can tab to each section quicker. So start of the song, then you got the verses. So this is the verse 1. Then you're gonna do chorus 1, verse 2, things like that. So you can tab along real fast. You might have a bridge in there, and you'll put that. So this works pretty good. And what I wanted to show you guys also was, now you see up right above marker and all of that, that is called, what is that called? I don't know. The section above, right above the timeline and everything, is to help you get through things quicker. And out of the three, you're gonna see Pro Tools is lacking. Logic Pro has a little bit, and Presonus has it all. Every drop. Like, you can do everything in Presonus. Look at that. Edit, split, zoom, audio, and you can keep adding things to it. I'm talking about everything. So what I'm gonna do is action, create song markers, and then I can just drag them into place. This is quicker. I mean, you might not, it's quicker. There's no debate, man. Macro, that's what it's called. The macro. And what the macro does is help you get around quicker, help you do things better, faster, get it going. And I was done. Just move that over a little bit more. And there we go. Those are the markers. So now Pro Tools, do the same thing. You can go up there and do it like that. See, Pro Tools give you a little more as far as features as what you see right now. So I can zoom. So I might have it at the start, zoom real wide, real big, so you can see everything. And then you go to number 2, which is verse 1, and have it smaller, bigger, smaller, whatever. So you can change it. A lot of different things in Pro Tools as far as the features in markers, and I like that. And you can put comments. And I'm almost done. It's all part of the workflow. Now, if you're going off of really going fast, Presonus killed both of these. There you go, memory locations, and you can tab back and forth. Now you see what I'm talking about. And if I had zoom on it, to go back and forth with that. So next, comments. What if you're working with somebody else in Pro Tools or any one of these DAWs, and y'all working together, and you need to leave notes? It's just a part of it. So I want to be able to leave the notes where they can see it. So in here you go to the mixer, and you probably can stay on a regular audio page and put it in there as well, but the best thing for me is to go to the mixer and type it in, and you can do it with all three. It's a little different with Presonus. So look at that. There it goes right there, and you can open it, make it wide so you can see it. Alright, so this is Presonus. This is a little different. Put all your notes in the song information. They don't have a tab or anything for comments on the tracks, but it's still useful. Which is better? I like being able to see it on the tracks, but this will still work, because when you open up the song in Presonus, a lot of times song information pop up. You can set that as a default setting. All right, so comments, bam. Pro Tools. Pretty easy, real simple. You can see it as soon as you start the track. Turn my volume up on my vocal. My lead vocal need more compression because it's uneven. Any of those type of things. And you can see it right there as well. So now, if you have a billion tracks, like 96 tracks, and your computer is slowing down, it's invaluable. You have to have some capabilities, or you have to be able to freeze the track, which is taking out instruments, or say I mixed the lead vocals and the background vocals, and I want to just bounce it down to one track, and that's freezing pretty much, because you're eliminating everything that's on the individual tracks, which are taking up processing power, which will be the effects, and you putting it all in one, and all the effects are there. That's freezing, and I hope you understood it. So you send it on all three. All right, so check this out. Like, can you bounce them all or freeze them to one track and still keep all of your settings? Now, I know for sure in Presonus you can do that, and you can revert and come back to it. You can revert, say one of the vocals was too loud. I can revert and come back to it and fix it. Transform. There you go. And this is nice. Presonus is nice. It's just ugly. I wonder if they're gonna let you get skins. If you can get skins with Presonus, man, that'll be crazy. Because it works just as well when you're making beats and everything. Transform in real time. There you go. Now you got all your plugins back on there. Alright, so in Pro Tools, what you'll do is you're gonna bounce it into the recording. So there you go, with all the effects. Solo it. Got to take some extra steps. So I solo the track, highlight everything, bounce out 1 and 2. Offline, import after bounce. Make sure that's on. That's important. And it's fast, but you take extra steps. Bam. And I could have made it mono. All of the settings are there, but you have to take extra steps in Pro Tools. And like I said, I'm pretty much used to it because I use Pro Tools all the time. So the next step is automating the track. And I keep saying like my vocal is uneven or whatever. You can look at the audio and, okay, say I don't want to compress everything. Maybe this gets too loud at the beginning. Alright, so I just want to grab a certain area and bring that area down. Bam. So this is in Logic Pro. And it's all about workflow. So if you do a lot of glitchy type of music or whatever, you want to be able to get through this a little bit faster, or maybe you real precise. But I feel like it's all about the tools that you have to get everything done. And Logic Pro, you know, this is basic. This is pretty much basic. I don't know if they have more or you can do more with it. Like I say, somebody let me know. Leave a comment. If I'm wrong about anything, let me know. Alright, so I'm just doing stuff. It's just more time. I'm just showing you guys. Alright, so let's get to the beast. Now, Presonus has been killing it in a lot of the features and things that you can do because it's real simple. So I'm just showing y'all with the macro. I just zoom different areas. It's crazy. But they also have, you can do freehand and all those other things that you can do in Pro Tools and Logic, but they have this transform tool, which is crazy. Y'all about to see this. Make things much easier. Everything I was doing with Logic, I'm doing in seconds with this. It's crazy. You know? Wow. I'm always amazed every time I see these features, because you're not limited to anything. Wherever your imagination take you, and then you can grab the transform tool again and distort and change everything on this. It's crazy. There you go. That's Presonus. Alright, so here go Pro Tools. And I'm changing the zoom levels pretty much so you guys can see everything like I did in the other ones. And quick key that. I didn't mean to do that. Alright. I think you get a little more feature set on Pro Tools than Logic. So number one will be Presonus, number two will be Pro Tools. But I don't know. I'm gonna have to check that out and see with Logic. I have to update y'all on that. If they have all the different pencils to draw. So I just did that real quick. But I'm thinking Presonus first, Logic second. Pro Tools second and Logic third. You can look at them right there as well in Pro Tools. So that's a great feature in itself. Alright, so now we want to see which one bounces down the track faster. And also, which one bounces down the track faster. Most time after you finish the track, you want a WAV file and an MP3 file. MP3 so you can listen to it in the car. WAV file so you can send it to mastering. You know. So you have that feature in here. And now we're going to bounce it down. You can share it in SoundCloud and Gobbler. And so I'm going to add them. All of them I'm going to do on the desktop. And we bouncing offline. Add all your different notes, artist name, comments, album title, all that. That's for the MP3. And we say okay and watch it bounce. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. 46 milliseconds. It's pretty fast. And they both there. So now we go to Logic. Check out the bounce down. And you have many destinations, so you can do a PCM, MP3, M4A, which is AAC, burn to CD. Like, that's great because you can send it to multiple places. So I do a WAV file, 24-bit, 48 for the sample rate. And interleave. You want to make sure you do that unless you want a mono file or something, or 2 split files. Alright, so I'm doing that in the MP3. Now, Logic for more types of files that you can send out all together. And there you go, ID3 settings, so you can put in all your information for the MP3. Voila. Let's see. And we bouncing it offline as well because that's always faster. it done. I don't know how many seconds, but this is still pretty fast. Up. It's converting to MP3. Bam, it still was pretty fast. And you get them all right, you get those two right there. So I wonder if it has to convert when you do the other type of files, but did it on that. So there you go. Now in Presonus, let's see how fast this goes. Is it up there with Pro Tools, which I feel like is the faster one so far? So as far as the song information, I guess you can do it right there. Edit. All right there. So every time you do a song in this album, so if you're working with one artist, you can just fill out this information right here and pretty much be done with it. And get to exporting the music. Mix down. Alright. Trying to get my typing skills up. So you see where you can send it to Nimbit, SoundCloud. I'm keeping it at 3248. Different sections that you can mark it at. How much you want out, you could just want the verse. So, and we don't want real-time processing. We just want it to bounce down, and it's bouncing down a WAV file. And I think you have to do separate for MP3. Yeah. So it's taking longer than both Pro Tools and Logic. So this is the one area, I guess, where you say that Presonus lost. But great DAW, all three of them are great. Have their pros and cons. It really just depends on you. So now we're gonna take a listen to the song that I was mixing while recording this for you guys. And all three DAWs, it should sound good in all three, but we'll see. Let me know. R.I.P.
Hey, will I survive to see 30? I know that seem young to y'all, but my niggas all died early. And there's only closed caskets. Victim to these streets, they love to see us young get old. Bastards, never take the roads, always turn where we shouldn't go. Might see someone that we know that want us 6 feet below. Rain, hail, sleet, or snow, cause it ain't no telling. I might see hell or heaven. I packed the 44. I keep it on me always. Bro deep with homies, paranoid. Someone creeping on me. My life is picture perfect of life that's fucking worthless. I'm tough up on the surface, but all folks make me nervous. I'm a nigga that will be used as an example. Nobody can handle me, cause I'm a fucking animal. In the projects, in this project, collect data and study my life process. Hey, will I survive to see 30? I know that seem young to y'all, but my niggas all died early. And there's only closed caskets. Victim to these streets, they love to see us young get old. Bastards, never take the roads, always turn where we shouldn't go. Might see someone that we know that want us 6 feet below. Rain, hail, sleet, or snow, cause it ain't no telling. I might see hell or heaven. I packed the 44. I keep it on me always. Bro deep with homies, paranoid. Someone creeping on me. My life is picture perfect of life that's fucking worthless. I'm tough up on the surface, but all folks make me nervous. I'm a nigga that will be used as an example. Nobody can handle me, cause I'm a fucking animal. In the projects, in this project, collect data and study my life process. survived to see 30. I know that seem young to y'all, but my niggas all died early. And it's only closed caskets. Victim to these streets, they love to see us young ghetto bastards. Never take the roads, always turn where we shouldn't go. Might see someone that we know that want us 6 feet below. Rain, hail, sleet, or snow, cause it ain't no telling. I might see hell or heaven. I pack the 44. I keep it on me always. Roll deep with homies, paranoid. Someone creeping on me. My life is picture perfect of life that's fucking worthless. I'm tough up on the surface, but all folks make me nervous. I'm a nigga that will be used as an example. Nobody can handle me, cause I'm a fucking animal. In the projects, in this project, collect data and study my life process.